Morning everybody. Well, I've just come out to do a little bit of work on kit this morning and just realised, would you bloody believe it, I've now got 2 punctures. You couldn't make it up, could you? I mean, look at the state of that. Look at the state of the car. I've got a flat tyre at the back and now at the front. So I already had one at the back, but the front one has now decided to go flat as well. Oh my goodness me. So I'm now going to have to get this one fixed as well. I mean, it's not exactly a huge problem to fix, but it's not the point. So just turn this light on. So if I turn around in here, you can see what I mean. So I've got one there and I've got one over there. So both of them are now flat. Great. So before I even can get the car out of the garage, I've got to pump both tyres up now, whereas before it was just one. So I think what I'm going to have to do this week, I'm going to have to make this a job. I think I'm going to have to get both of these tyres fixed. I'm going to have to take them off and take them somewhere to get fixed, or just replace the tyres, whatever. It's just a pain in the backside because there's just one more little job now I need to do. I mean, what's the chances of having 2 punctures like that on the same side of the car? Well, not that it makes any difference, but you know. But hey ho, these are the things that you have to deal with when you build these silly cars, hey. So my job this morning was supposed to be to get him out, and I was going to take some of the stuff out of the back and I was going to give it a clean and start getting rid of all the dust and the crap inside, and then get everything ready for when I do the work on the inside of the car. Because the first thing I need to do, as I said in a previous video, I need to paint the inside of the car. So I need to get some rust inhibitor and probably just black hammerite paint or something like that. I've not decided exactly like the way I want to do it, but it's not a huge job, but I do need to make sure the inside of the car is nice and clean, all the floor's been cleaned, so I can then paint the floor and then go from there, because I can't really do anything until that's done. So things like this, I could probably leave them on because they're actually stuck. That's part of the sound deadening, I believe. So you've got that, and then obviously the carpet will go all the way over that when I actually buy it. So I've got the speakers as well to do. That's another little job I think I forgot to mention. And then the rear lights. Alright, so what we've done then, I've pulled out some stuff at the back of the car, got all that out. The nose is now out. I've put that in the garage for now, out of the way. Now what I will do next is I'm going to get the Hoover and give it all a good clean, all on the inside. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to the point where I can actually look at the inside of the car. It's all open, it's all clean, it's all ready to work on, because up to now it's been a bit of a mess. The trusty old lumberjack coat that I've had for God knows how many years. That's been in just about every single one of my videos, I think, over the last 3 years. So yeah, we're getting there. It's a bit cleaner now, look at that. I mean, yeah, there's still stuff everywhere, but this is not anywhere near as bad as what it was when I got it back from the paint shop. There was bits everywhere. I didn't know where the struts were for the rear hatch. There was some other things. I mean, I've just pumped up the tyres as well, so obviously I've had to get it out of the garage. So I'm going to have to do that this week, get these tyres sorted. So it's a shame we can't put the nose on the front, but they are, it's one of them things. And would you believe it, since this engine has been rebuilt and put back in the car and everything sprayed in the engine bay, guess how many miles this engine has done in the last, I would say, over 2 years. So 2 years ago, if you go back on my videos, you'll see when we done the engine bay and we put it into a local garage, they rebuilt it and I got the engine bay resprayed. So guess how many miles I've done since this engine has gone back in the car? Well, I'll tell you, I've done 3 miles since this engine has been put back in the car, like this. All I've done is I drove it from the garage back to home, and that was it. And then I put it into my garage in the last house, and I've not driven it since, because obviously I've been doing the body work. It's been in the paint shop. Yeah, 3 miles. But I'm hoping to drive it again, probably, I would say March, April time. I think by the time I get it to a point where the interior is all good, because in order to get it through the MOT, so here in the UK, for you guys that are watching from other countries, it has to go through a test, which is like a safety test, and it has to have like brake lights and seat belts and all of that. So it has to go through a test, on the road test, and in order for it to pass that, it needs seats, seat belts, it needs, you know, a dashboard, lights, fog lights. So it's not going to pass unless I've got all of that. So I need to get all of that ready and done, and then once I've got all of that done, then I can go to the next stage. Because if I was to just get the car completely finished and then put it in for an MOT, the test, so I can drive it on the road legally, and there's a problem, I then got to go into the inside of the car, pull up carpets and all of that, and that's just not really a good way to do it. So I'm going to get the MOT on the vehicle in the next 6 to 7 months, and then when he comes back, I'll be able to finish the interior. So that's kind of the plan I'm going to work to. I'm going to give him another little clean on the inside, and then I think that'll be it for the day. So I've only spent a few hours out here today. Just gave him a bit of a clean and a tidy up. So there's one more job done. The next job that I'm going to do when I come out, the next time I've got a few hours spare, is I'm going to put these wing mirrors in. I'm going to put them in there so that when I go into the garage and I come out of the garage, I can actually see the space I've got either side of the car. One thing I am happy with is how this T-bar has come out, because this actually used to be a hardtop. You probably know that if you watch along my videos, but if you haven't, go back and watch some of the videos where the roof was converted from a hardtop to a T-bar. It's quite impressive. This was all a hardtop and you wouldn't even know the difference now. It just looks like a factory T-top which is obviously what I wanted. You obviously don't want it to look like it used to be a hard top. I mean, I don't even know how you do that anyway, unless it was a really bad job. I guess the only way you'd know is if the car wasn't painted and you could see the weld lines like going across there somewhere. But I think that's it today. So it's just been a Saturday morning out on my driveway working on kit for a few hours. So some more jobs done. I'm going to clean up around here, and then I'm actually going to give them a quick vacuum, a quick hoover as we say in the UK, or a vacuum for you Americans. I'll give them a quick hoover on the inside, and then what I might do is probably put some of these bits away in my garage somewhere up top. I just don't want to leave anything on the inside of the car because it's just a pain in the backside. When you get into the car and you start doing things, you're constantly having to move things around. So it's just a pain. So I need to get all of this stuff up here. This is actually the old carpet. This is from the bottom of the carpet that just sticks to the actual base of the car. That's the actual underlay on the bottom of the carpet. Either that or it was like a sound deadening material that they stuck, but I believe that must have been from factory. That must have been on there when it came out of the factory in 91. All them years ago, eh? Cheers for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already to Funky Projects. If you wanted to follow along on the kit project, we're about 2.5 years in now. 3 years in, I think. 3, 4? Oh, I don't know. It's been 4 years. When did we get this? March 22. So that'll be, yeah, over 3 years now. Oh God, it's gone so quick. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.